From the KMNN studios, this is the Kids Morning News Network.
Good morning. Happy Monday. It's February 5th, 2024. It's a new week. Anything can happen. I'm Alex in the KMNN studio in New York. It is National Weatherperson's Day, which celebrates the birthday of John Jeffries. He was one of America's first weather observers back in the 1700s. I mean, there were a lot of people back then who observed the weather because a lot of people worked outside. But John Jeffries actually wrote down what he saw. He was also a doctor, and in 1785, he and another man became the first people to fly from England to France, being carried by a balloon. Along the way, he dropped a letter from the balloon, so he invented airmail as well. Big story this morning is that atmospheric river that is flooding Southern California. That's caused by wind high up in the atmosphere that pulls moisture off the oceans in the tropics, pulls it up to California, and dumps it. Here's how much rain is falling. Los Angeles usually sees about 12 inches of rain in an entire year. This atmospheric river is forecast to dump 6 inches in just 2 days. And it's causing damage. Hundreds of thousands of people have lost power. It's supposed to last until tomorrow and then move east. Are you being affected by the atmospheric river? If you can do this safely, send me an email and tell me about it. I may read your report on the air. Get your grown-up to help and write me an email at kidsmorningnews@gmail.com. Today is the birthday of Henry Aaron, also known as Hank Aaron, one of the greatest baseball players in history. He played from 1954 until 1976, 23 seasons, which is a long time in professional sports. Even today, 48 years after he retired, he still holds the records for most runs batted in during his career, extra base hits, and career total bases. What he's best known for happened in 1974 when he became the man who broke Babe Ruth's home run record. And when he did, it was a feat that was bigger than baseball. Some people were angry that Aaron, who was black, was going to break the Babe's record. He got angry letters. People even threatened his life. But Aaron didn't let the bullies stop him, and when the news got out about the threats he faced, fans rushed to support him. Babe Ruth's widow even said that Babe himself would have cheered Aaron's record. And ordinary fans wrote hundreds of thousands of letters, almost 1 million, to show their support. Hank Aaron got so many letters, the post office gave him an award. He hit the record-breaking run, number 715, on April 8th, 1974, at his home field in Atlanta. The crowd went nuts. They gave him a standing ovation. 2 fans even jumped on the field to run around the bases with him. And for the rest of his life, Hank Aaron continued to work against bigotry in sports and in the rest of society. So happy birthday, Hank Aaron. All right, time for today's riddle. Friday's riddle was breaks but never falls, falls but never breaks. What is it? Day and night. Day breaks, but it doesn't fall. Night falls, but never breaks. That was kind of a tricky one. All right, today's riddle. I am full of holes, but I still hold water. What am I? Answer tomorrow. All right, get ready. Coming up in April 8th to be exact, there's going to be a total solar eclipse. The moon's shadow will cross Mexico, the US, and Canada. More than 30 million people will watch darkness take over the day and then see sunlight return minutes later. The path of totality, as it's called, which is the area that can see the total eclipse and not just part of it, will run from Mexico through Texas up to Ohio, across northern New York State and Maine, and Quebec and New Brunswick in Canada. Even in places outside the path of totality, you may be able to see a partial eclipse. That includes pretty much everyone in the continental United States and Mexico, as well as most people in Canada. you'll be able to see the sun slide behind the moon, bringing dusk to the middle of the day. Sunlight will fade, the temperature may drop, and the sun will stop looking like a round ball and take on a crescent shape for a few minutes. But as you've probably heard before, you should never ever look at an eclipse except through special lenses, not sunglasses. They aren't strong enough. Looking at an eclipse without the special eye protection can cause permanent vision loss and even blindness. So talk to your grown-ups about finding these special lenses. The American Astronomical Society has a list of places to get them, and I'll put a link to their website in the show notes today. Well, the atmospheric river hitting California is the big weather news, but it's also bringing rain all the way up to Seattle and rain and snow all the way across the Rocky Mountains. There's rain in Florida today as well, but the rest of the country should be pretty calm. In honor of National Weatherperson's Day today, try this. Write down what the weather is like this morning. What's the temperature? Is it cloudy or sunny, raining or snowing? Is it windy? Then this afternoon, check again. See how it changed through the day. That's the podcast this morning. Have fun today. Be safe. Be kind. From the KMNN Newsroom, this is Alex, signing off.